Of sitting. Now, after a holiday, if you've been doing a lot of driving or it's back to work and you've been really sitting a lot, what you can feel the effects of your body is you feel it in your lower back. You might feel at the afternoon you have some brain fog because we tend to, as we sit more and more, we give into gravity. So if you think about sitting well and sitting with your head over your chest and your chest over your pelvis and your feet underneath you, well, that's well and good. But after time, it's not the same thing. You're gonna feel it in your lower back. You're turning off and squishing on your glutes and your hamstrings. You don't even have one leg underneath you, no matter how you are unraveling. So we'll take a moment. Good rule of thumb, for every 30 minutes you're sitting, take 30 seconds to find the opposite or do something different so you don't sit and deepen the same old way of holding it together. The hips, back behind ourselves, not in the hip joint. The front of the thigh and the front of the hip get very tight. Our shoulders are internally rotated and forward. The shoulder blades are winging off the back and the chest is sunk and collapsed. So 3 things you want to think about when you're taking those 30 seconds to undo it. First one, just get off your butt, right? Push your feet down, lift up. Use your glutes, use your hamstrings, lift up. Shift forward, press your feet down, gather your legs underneath you and lift up. That's one thing. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. So even though you're still in this internally rotated position, you add the external rotation. So you go from the index finger part of your hand to the pinky part of your hand. That will guarantee you centrate the arm bone in the socket, and then you can bend the elbows and move the elbows back, which will propel the chest forward. You can think about it as elbows going back is like drawing the arrow back to shoot it out through the center of the chest. We'll also put the head back upright. You should be able to move your head in any direction. You can also add reaching the knuckles back to propel the chest. So using the arms to open up the chest. So nice. Let's do the same thing with the legs and the hips. You use your chair just for balance. So think about this sitting. You gotta move your leg back. Extension. Bend the leg. Think that the thigh's moving back, your foot's moving into your hand, and again, just like this propelled the chest forward, we're going to use our legs to feed into the spine. So you're getting a nice stretch. You can bring the heel to the butt to open up more the quad, the front of the leg, but eventually you want to open the whole pose up. Now notice for any of these, I didn't have to lie down on the floor or use a yoga mat. That's not always available to us. So if you're sitting and you're in a meeting, you can always put your hands behind you and open up the chest. When you take a little coffee break, you can do this, waiting at the water cooler, waiting for the kettle to boil. Just do something different. Do the opposite. It will make the world of difference in your body, in your breath,